Have you ever dreamt about starting your very own business? Maybe you have a great idea swirling in your head, or maybe you don't even know where to begin. It often feels like you need years of experience, a fancy degree, or a huge pile of money to get started. Well, what if I told you that you could go from having no idea at all to actually launching your first business in just 48 hours? Yes, you heard that right, in just one weekend. This might sound impossible, but it is based on powerful ideas and simple steps that many successful people have used. We are going to break down exactly how you can use this simple framework to launch your very first business. This isn't about getting rich quick, but about taking that first crucial step. We will guide you through the process, making sure every step is easy to understand, even if you are completely new to the world of business. Let us dive in and unlock your entrepreneurial spirit. Step 1. Find million-dollar ideas. So, where do you even start? Most people think they need a sudden flash of genius, a light bulb moment where a perfect, unique idea just pops into their head. But that is not how it works. You do not need to wait for a miracle. Good ideas, even million-dollar ideas, are all around you, hiding in plain sight. We are going to look at 5 super simple ways to find these profitable business ideas. These methods are practical, easy to use, and will help you see the world through a new lens, a lens that spots opportunities. First, let us talk about solving your own problems. This is probably the easiest and most natural way to find a business idea. Think about it. What bothers you? What little things irritate you throughout your day? What problems do you have that you would happily pay someone to make them go away? If you have a problem, chances are many other people have the exact same problem. And if you can solve your problem, you can solve theirs too. And that is a business. To make this really clear, let us ask ourselves some questions. Grab a pen and paper, or even just open a note on your phone. Question number 1. What is one thing that irritated me this morning? It could be anything. Maybe your coffee machine took too long to heat up. Maybe you spilled something on your shirt. Maybe you could not find your keys. Perhaps you had trouble logging into a website. Or maybe the traffic was worse than usual and there was no good way to avoid it. Think small, everyday annoyances. Each of these little frustrations is a tiny signal pointing to a potential need. If your coffee machine is too slow, maybe there is a market for a super fast coffee maker or a service that delivers hot coffee to your door exactly when you wake up. If you spilled something, perhaps there is a market for super stain-resistant clothing or a quick, on-the-go stain remover. See how these small irritations can spark much bigger ideas? Question number 2. What is one thing on my to-do list that has been there for over a week? We all have those tasks, right? The ones we keep putting off. Maybe it is organizing your closet, or fixing that leaky faucet, or finally getting around to backing up your computer files. Why is it still there? Is it because you do not have the time? Do you not know how to do it? Is it just too complicated or annoying? Whatever the reason, that task is a problem that you are not solving. And if you are not solving it, others probably aren't either. Imagine the task is organize my garage. Maybe you are too busy, or you just hate organizing. If you hate it, someone else might love it, or at least be good at it. That is a business idea, a garage organization service. Or if it is fix the leaky faucet, maybe a super simple step-by-step video guide, or a service that connects you with a trusted local plumber instantly. The tasks on your never-ending to-do list are a goldmine of unfulfilled needs. Question number 3. What is one thing that I regularly fail to do well? We all have our weaknesses. Maybe you are terrible at cooking healthy meals, so you always end up eating out or ordering unhealthy food. Maybe you are bad at managing your money, so your budget is always a mess. Maybe you struggle to stick to an exercise routine. Or perhaps you are not good at remembering birthdays and special occasions. If you consistently fail at something, it means you need help. And if you need help, many others probably need help with the same thing. This could be a business idea. If you struggle with healthy cooking, maybe a meal prep service that delivers healthy, ready-to-eat meals. If you are bad at budgeting, perhaps a super simple money management app or a personalized financial coaching service. If you forget birthdays, a subscription service that sends gifts or cards on your behalf. Your personal failures can lead to successful solutions for others. Question number 4. What is one thing I wanted to buy recently, only to find out no one makes it? This is about spotting gaps in the market. You had a specific need, a specific desire, and you went looking for a product or service to meet it, but it just did not exist. This happens more often than you think. Maybe you wanted a specific type of ergonomic pillow, but none fit your exact needs. Or a specific kind of software that combines features from 2 different programs. Or a dog leash that automatically retracts and cleans itself. These are direct signals from the market. You are a customer looking for something that is not there. If you want it, others probably do too. This is a clear indicator of an unmet demand, and fulfilling unmet demand is the essence of starting a business. Do not dismiss these specific niche desires. Often, the more specific, the better, because it means less competition. Question number 5, what small convenience would make a big difference in my day? This goes beyond just problems. It is about making life easier or more enjoyable. Maybe you wish there was a faster way to charge your phone in your car, or a comfortable way to work from your couch, or a simple tool to perfectly slice an avocado every time. These are not huge, life-altering problems, but rather small improvements that add up. Think about little time savers, comfort boosters, or joy givers. For example, a super efficient car charger, a special lap desk for couch work, or a unique kitchen gadget. These small conveniences can create highly sought-after products. By asking yourself these 5 simple questions, you will likely have a whole list of problems and unmet needs. Each one is a potential business idea. This method is powerful because you are starting with something you deeply understand: your own experience. Second, let us talk about bestsellers. Your best friends for finding ideas are best-selling products. Do not try to reinvent the wheel. Look at what products are already selling like hotcakes. Think iPads, iPhones, popular sneakers like Nike shoes, popular video games, specific types of kitchen gadgets, or best-selling books. Basically, any product you find on Amazon's bestseller list or at the top of other popular stores would work here. Now, here's the trick. Instead of trying to create your own competing product, think about how you can accessorize that product, or how you can add value to it, or make it even better. You are riding on the wave of someone else's success. People are already buying these products, which means there is a huge, proven market. You are just giving them more reasons to love their purchase or helping them use it more effectively. For example, Nike shoes are super popular. Instead of trying to create your own shoe brand, which would be incredibly hard and expensive, you could make custom-painted Nike shoes that are unique and never found in stores. People who already love Nike shoes might be willing to pay extra for a personalized, artistic touch. You are selling an accessory or an enhancement, not the core product. Some other simple examples could be video game tutorials for a popular Xbox game. Millions of people play these games and many want to get better. You could create guides, tips, or even offer coaching, teaching computer novices how to use a MacBook. MacBooks are popular, but some people struggle with the basics. A simple, easy-to-understand course or one-on-one help service could be a hit. Stickers or unique cases for iPhones. Everyone has an iPhone, and many want to personalize it or protect it. Specialized cleaning kits for popular headphones. Accessories for popular gaming consoles like stands, custom controllers, or unique covers. Recipe books or meal plans for a popular kitchen appliance like an air fryer or Instant Pot. Online courses for popular software programs like Photoshop or Excel. Specialized bags or carrying cases for popular sports equipment. The key here is to identify the main product that is already selling well, and then think about the surrounding ecosystem. What problems do users of that product have? What else do they need to get the most out of it? How can they personalize it, protect it, or use it more effectively? This approach removes a huge amount of risk because the demand is already proven. Third, let us talk about marketplaces. This is a very direct way to find ideas because it is where people are already actively trying to spend money. By studying marketplaces, you can find specific, immediate needs. Look at places where people are asking, "Does this exist?" Or, "Can someone do this for me?" These are direct requests for a product or service. Think about places like Facebook Marketplace, local community groups on social media, Reddit forums, especially subreddits focused on specific hobbies or problems, or even simple tweets and Facebook posts. People often express their frustrations or desires openly on these platforms. For example, you might see someone post on a local Facebook group, Does anyone know a reliable person who can clean my gutters? Bingo. That is a direct request for a gutter cleaning service. Or, I am looking for someone to help me set up my new smart home devices. I am totally lost. That is a clear need for a tech setup service. Or a tweet saying, ugh, wish there was an app that could track all my subscriptions in one place. That is a software idea. Even looking at the wanted sections on online classifieds or community bulletin boards can reveal needs. The beauty of marketplaces is that people are literally putting their hand up and saying, I need this. I am willing to pay for it. Your job is just to connect the dots and provide what they are asking for. This is like having customers tell you exactly what to build before you even start building it. Fourth, let us explore competitor analysis. This might sound complicated, but it is actually very simple. Find businesses that are already doing something similar to what you are thinking of doing, or just businesses in an area that interests you. You are not trying to copy them exactly. Instead, you are looking for what they are doing well, and more importantly, what they are not doing well. What are their customers complaining about? What are they missing? Look at customer reviews online. For example, if you are thinking about starting a local bakery, look up other bakeries in your area. Read their reviews on Google, Yelp, or Facebook. Do customers complain about slow service, limited options, unfriendly staff, high prices, poor quality? Each complaint is an opportunity for you to do better. If customers consistently say, their cupcakes are amazing, but they never have vegan options, that is a clear signal that there is an unmet demand for vegan cupcakes. Or if they say, the food is great, but delivery is always late, then you could offer a super fast, reliable delivery service or partner with restaurants to improve their delivery. This method is powerful because it shows you what the market wants but isn't currently getting. You are taking a proven concept and simply improving on it or filling a specific gap that the competition has left open. This is about being better, not just different. Fifth, let us talk about spotting emerging trends. This is about looking into the future a little bit. What new technologies are becoming popular? What new ways of living are people adopting? What are the big shifts happening in society? Think about things like remote work. More and more people work from home. What services or products do they need? E.g., ergonomic home office furniture, virtual team building activities, soundproofing solutions for home offices. Artificial intelligence. AI. AI is growing fast. How can AI tools help people or businesses? And AI-powered tools for writing, research, graphic design, or even simple chatbots for small businesses. Sustainability and eco-friendly products. People care more about the environment. What sustainable alternatives can you offer? E.g., reusable products, upcycled goods, repair services for electronics instead of replacing them. Personalized health and wellness. Everyone wants to be healthier. Can you offer personalized fitness plans, unique healthy meal kits, or specialized mental wellness services? Experience-based services. People are spending more on experiences than just physical things. Can you offer unique workshops, local tours, skill-building classes, or personalized event planning? Spotting these trends means getting ahead of the curve. You are identifying future needs before they become saturated markets. This requires a bit more foresight, but the potential rewards can be huge. Just make sure the trend is real and growing, not just a passing fad. After you have gone through these 5 exercises, you will have a handful of ideas, maybe 10 to 20 or even more. Look at your list. Do not overcomplicate this step. It is easy to get stuck here, trying to find the perfect idea. There is no perfect idea. Just pick the one that feels most exciting to you, the one that is screaming, "Pick me, pick me." It should be an idea that you are passionate enough about to actually work on this weekend. The goal is to move on and test it, not to spend forever just thinking about it. Pick your best idea and let us go to the next step. Step 2? Is this a $1 million opportunity? Okay, you have got your idea. That is a fantastic start. But before you dive in, we need to make sure this idea has the potential to actually become something big, something with $1 million potential. This does not mean you are going to be a millionaire overnight, but it means the market for your idea is large enough for significant growth. We need to figure out if it is worth your time and effort. To do this, you need to answer 4 important questions. These questions help you quickly check the health and size of your potential market. Question number 1. Is my market growing or dying? This is super important. You want to be in a market that is growing, or at the very least, staying flat. You definitely do not want to launch a business in a market that is shrinking, because it is like trying to swim upstream against a strong current. It is incredibly hard to grow when fewer and fewer people want what you are selling. How do you check this? The easiest way is to use a free tool like Google Trends. Just type in your product or service idea, for example, beard oil, or meal prep service, or online tutoring. Google Trends will show you a graph of how popular that search term has been over time. Is the line going up? That means interest is growing. Is it staying flat? That is okay too. Is it going down? That is a red flag. For instance, if you look up DVD player repair, you would probably see a declining trend, because most people have moved on from DVD players. But if you look up sustainable fashion, you would likely see a growing trend, because more and more people care about eco-friendly clothing. This simple check gives you a quick snapshot of the market's health. Question number 2. What is the number of potential customers? This is about figuring out how many people out there actually need or want what you are offering. This does not have to be super precise right now, just a rough estimate. You are looking for a ballpark number. How do you find this out? You can do some simple online research. For physical products, if you are selling something for men, look up number of men in my country that region. If it is for dog owners, look up number of dog owners. If it is for people with a certain medical condition, look up number of people with X condition. For services, if you are offering a service for small businesses, look up number of small businesses in my city country. If it is a service for parents, look up number of parents with young children. Demographics. Use search terms like demographics of X hobby or number of people interested in Y. Industry reports, simplified. Sometimes a quick search like size of the beard oil market can give you general numbers, even if you do not pay for a full report. You are looking for public information that gives you a sense of scale. Are we talking thousands, millions, or billions of potential customers? For example, if we stick with our beard oil idea, you might do some quick searches and figure out that the number of potential male customers who use or might use beard oil is, say, 2.5 million in your target area. That is a significant number. Question number 3. What is the price of the product or service? This is what you plan to charge your customers. Think about what seems fair, what competitors are charging, and what customers would be willing to pay. Again, this does not have to be the final, exact price, just a good estimate. For instance, if we are still thinking about beard oil, you might do a quick check online and see that on average, beard oils sell for around $50. Some are $20, some are $80, but $50 is a good average to work with for now. For a service, like a dog walking service, you might estimate $20 per walk. For a custom painted shoe, maybe $100. Question number 4. What are the potential startup costs? Can you realistically get started with minimal investment in 48 hours? This is crucial for the million-dollar weekend approach. The idea is to launch fast, with very little money. Service-based businesses. These often have extremely low startup costs. If you are offering dog walking, you just need your 2 feet and maybe some leashes. If you are offering consulting, you need your knowledge and perhaps a laptop. Product-based businesses for testing. If it is a physical product, can you create a single sample or prototype very cheaply? Can you use existing materials? Can you pre-sell it before you even make it? The goal is to spend as little as possible before you validate the idea. You are not building a factory, you are just testing demand. For example, if your idea is to sell homemade cookies, your startup costs for a small batch to test might just be the cost of ingredients and your kitchen. If you want to paint custom shoes, you might just need 1 pair of shoes and some paints. The focus is on minimal expenditure to prove the idea, not to scale it immediately. Now, to find out if this is a million-dollar opportunity, all you need to do is a super simple multiplication. Multiply the price of your product or service by the number of potential customers. Let us use the beard oil example to make this crystal clear. Market trend. Google Trends shows beard oil is growing. Good. Number of potential customers, 2.5 million. Price of product, $50. Startup costs, low, can start by making small batches or drop shipping. So $50 price multiplied by 2.5 million potential customers equals $125 million. Is this a $1 million opportunity? Yes, 125 million is way bigger than 1 million. This tells you that the market itself is big enough. There are enough people willing to pay enough money for this kind of product. Here is another simple example, just to make sure you have got it. Let us say you want to sell delicious homemade cookies in your small hometown. Market trend, let us say Google Trends shows homemade cookies are popular and growing in your region. Good. Market size, potential customers. Your hometown has about 1,000 people who might buy your cookies. Price of your cookies, $20 per dozen. Startup costs, low, just ingredients and your kitchen. Now, is this a $1 million opportunity? No. Why not? Because if you multiply $20, the price of cookies, by 1,000, the number of potential customers, you only get $20,000. That is a nice amount of money, but it is not $1 million. This tells you that while your cookies might be delicious, the local market for them might not be big enough to ever reach that $1 million potential. This does not mean it is a bad idea for a small local business, but it is probably not a $1 million opportunity in its current form. You want to focus on ideas that have at least $1 million potential in their market size. This simple calculation helps you avoid spending time and effort on ideas that simply do not have enough market demand to ever reach your big goals. It is a quick filter to ensure you are aiming at the right target. Now that we have confirmed the market is big enough, we are moving to the fun part, figuring out how to get to that $1 million and then finding your very first customers. Step 3. The 1-minute business model. All right, you have got a promising idea, and you have checked that the market is big enough to support a $1 million business. Now, let us simplify things even further with what we call the 1-minute business model. This is not about complex spreadsheets or fancy accounting. It is about understanding the core math of your business in a super simple way. The 1-minute business model is simply revenue minus cost equals profit. That is it. Revenue is all the money you bring in from selling your product or service. Cost is what it costs you to make or deliver that product or service. And what is left over, that is your profit. For this initial planning stage, do not worry about calculating the exact, precise costs down to every penny. Just make a good estimate. You can always refine this later. The goal is to get a general idea of your profit per unit. Let us go back to our beard oil example. We said the beard oil sells for $50. Now, what does it cost you to get that beard oil? Maybe you buy the ingredients, oils, scents, bottles, labels, and mix it yourself. Or maybe you find a supplier who makes it for you. Let us estimate that it costs you $37 to make or acquire 1 bottle of beard oil and get it ready to sell. So, using our 1-minute business model, $50 revenue selling price minus $37 cost equals $13 profit. This means for every bottle of beard oil you sell, you make $13 in profit. That is your profit per unit. Now, here's the exciting part. We are going to calculate how many units of your product or service you would need to sell to hit your big goal of $1 million in profit. This number gives you a clear target. Take your target profit amount, which is $1 million, and divide it by your profit per unit. So, $1 million target profit divided by $13 profit per unit of beard oil equals approximately 76,923 units. Let us just round that to 77,000 units for simplicity. In other words, you need to sell 77,000 bottles of beard oil to hit $1 million in profit. Now, look at that number, 77,000 beard oils. Is this doable? Is this a business worth creating for you? On its own, selling 77,000 units of just beard oil might seem like a lot. It is a big number. But here is where you start to think bigger. This beard oil could be the start of something much larger. Instead of just selling beard oil, you could also sell complementary products. Think about the needs of someone who uses beard oil. They might also need beard soaps, beard shampoos, beard conditioners, special beard combs or picks, styling waxes or balms, other grooming products like razors, aftershave, or face cleansers. You could bundle these products together into an all-in-one grooming kit. If you sell a kit for, say, $100 and it costs you $60 to put it together, your profit per kit is $40. Now, to reach $1 million, you would only need to sell 1 million divided by 40, which is 25,000 kits. That is a lot less than 77,000 individual beard oils. This beard oil could be the start of an entire personal care brand for men, or even a brand for both men and women. You start with one successful product, and then you expand. This calculation helps you understand the scale of your effort and encourages you to think about how you can grow your product line or service offerings to reach your big financial goals. It is a simple model that gives you a very clear target. Step 4. Idea validation, the 48-hour money challenge. Okay, you have found an idea, checked its potential, and even figured out the basic math for profit. Now comes the most important step, the step that saves you from wasting tons of time and money: idea validation. For me, this is the most valuable lesson, not just from any business book, but in business in general. This is where you actually test if people will pay for your idea. Here is how you validate your idea. You need to find 3 customers in 48 hours who will actually give you money for your product or service. That is it. Just 3 people giving you real money within 2 days. Why is this so crucial? Because there is a huge difference between what people say and what people do. Everyone is interested until they have to open their wallet. People might say, "Oh, that sounds like a great idea," or "I would totally use that." But that is just polite conversation. True interest is shown when they actually part with their hard-earned money. You are looking for excitement and a clear willingness to pay. Getting real money up front is the only true validation. The promise of payment, like "I will pay you next week," is not validation. It is often a polite rejection. Let us look at how you can do this. The easiest way to validate the market for an idea is to talk to someone in person. Tell them your idea clearly and simply. Then directly ask for money. See how they react. For example, let us say your idea is to offer a personalized, healthy meal delivery service. You could talk to a friend, family member, or even someone you know who is always busy and complains about not having time to cook. You say, "Hey, I am thinking of starting a healthy meal delivery service. I will prepare 2 delicious home-cooked healthy meals and deliver them right to your door this Friday. It will cost $20 for both meals. Would you like to try it?" Then, you wait for their response. If they pull out their wallet or ask how to pay, you have got validation. A great example from a friend of a famous entrepreneur shows this perfectly. His name was Boris. Boris emailed his close friends about starting a healthy food delivery service. Here is what his email looked like in very simple terms. "Hey friends, one thing I've realized lately is that I am super busy all the time, and I just do not have time to cook a good quality meal. I wanted to invite a few close friends to test a new business idea with me. Consider yourselves the lucky chosen few. It is a service for convenient and home-cooked meals prepared by a private chef. That is me. It is healthy, tasty, and delivered right to your door. All you have to do is send me $20 via PayPal, and you are in. The meals will be delivered on February 9th. Cheers, Boris." After getting 5 sales from this simple email, Boris knew he had an opportunity. Why? Because his friends actually paid him. They did not just say, "Oh, that sounds nice, good luck, Boris." They sent him money right away. That immediate payment was the real proof. This proves the demand is real, not just polite interest. Here is another example. Imagine you want to start a dog walking business. You approach a few dog owners in your neighborhood and talk to them. But in conversation, you realize something interesting. They tell you they actually love walking their dog. It is their favorite part of the day. So, they do not need a dog walker. However, as you keep talking, you find out something else. They do need someone to watch their dog when they go on vacation or travel for work. They struggle to find reliable pet sitters. So, what do? You pivot, you change your service. Instead of dog walking, you offer them dog watching or pet sitting. You say, "Okay, I understand you love walking your dog. How about this? I can offer a reliable dog sitting service while you are away. I will stay at your house or bring your dog to my place and make sure they are well cared for." They happily pay you up front for their next vacation, and bingo, idea validated. You see how different this approach is than spending a few months creating a fancy website, designing a cool logo, printing business cards, and then, only after all that effort and money, finding out that nobody actually wants a dog walking service in your area. Thanks to this quick validation, you saved money, you saved time, you got paid in advance, and most importantly, you avoided working on an idea that was destined to fail from the start. Another very simple way to validate an idea is just to go online. You can use social media, which is free and easy. For example, you could post something like this. Hi everyone! I'm starting to rent out my professional camera for people who want to take high-quality pictures. If you need a camera for a few hours or a day for a special event or project, message me and you can book it. It is X dollars for Y hours. This is a free, quick, and easy way to test the demand and validate the idea. Again, you do not need to build a full website, design a logo, register a company, or have a business bank account. You can just post on social media and see if people respond with actual interest and a willingness to pay. Hopefully, by using one of these methods, you can validate your idea very quickly. But what happens if you get rejected? What if no one is interested or no one pays? That is okay. Rejection is not the end. It is information. It is a conversation. If you get rejected, there are important questions you can ask that can turn a rejection into a new opportunity. Remember, validation is a conversation, so ask them these 5 questions. Question number 1. Why not? This can be hard to ask when someone has just told you they are not interested in what you are offering. But this could be some of the most honest and valuable feedback you will ever receive. Listen carefully to their reasons. Is it the price? Is it the product itself? Is it that they do not have that problem? Their no is giving you clues about what needs to change. For example, if you are selling super spicy chili oil and they say no and you ask why not, they might say, I hate spicy food. That tells you your product is not for them, but it also tells you about your target audience. Question number 2, who is one person you know who would like this? Your current friend might not love spicy food, so a super spicy chili oil is not for them. But they might say, oh, my brother, he loves super spicy food. You should talk to him. Or, my coworker is always looking for new hot sauces. This question helps you get referrals and find your actual target customers. It is like turning a no for them into a yes for someone else. Question number 3, what would make you buy this right away? This is a powerful question. It bypasses the no and asks them to design a solution they would buy. They might not have an itchy beard because they do not have a beard, so your beard oil is not for them. But they might say, well, I do have an itchy scalp and I wish there was something for that. Boom! This is how you could pivot your product from beard oil to a moisturizing hair mask, perfect for girlfriends and wives. You are getting direct input on how to adjust your product or service to meet a real, unfulfilled need. Question number 4, what would you pay for that? Finding the right price is one of the most difficult tasks for any startup business. Most people guess, but if you can get potential customers to tell you the actual amount they would be willing to pay, that is incredibly helpful. They might say, I would pay $50 for that, or no way, only $10. This feedback helps you set a price that the market will accept, increasing your chances of success. Question number 5, what other problems do you have that relate to this area? This is about digging deeper. If they do not need your specific solution, what else are they struggling with in that general area? If they do not want your dog walking service, maybe they struggle to find good pet food, or reliable vets, or pet-friendly accommodations for travel. This question can uncover completely new business ideas that you had not even thought of, expanding your understanding of your potential market and its needs. One final, very important comment about validation. If you go through this process and you get your idea validated, meaning you found 3 people who paid you real money, congratulations! That is great. You are on your way. But what if no matter what you do, nobody is interested in what you are offering? What if you try different people, adjust your pitch, ask all those smart questions, and still, no one pays you? If you ask me, it is still great. Why? Because you did not waste tons of time, money, and effort on the wrong idea. You identified a bad idea, an idea that was going to fail, and you avoided it with just a few simple, quick validation techniques. Congratulations! Now, you can confidently go back to your list of ideas, pick another one that seemed promising, and start the process again. You are not a failure, you just learned something valuable. This process helps you fail fast and fail cheaply so you can find the right path sooner. Let us quickly recap the 4-step process that we have discussed in this video. Number 1, you learned how to find million-dollar ideas by solving your own problems, looking at best-selling products and accessories, studying marketplaces, doing competitor analysis, and spotting emerging trends. Number 2, we checked if your chosen idea had $1 million potential by looking at market trends, potential customer numbers, product pricing, and startup costs. Number 3, we calculated how many units you needed to sell to achieve $1 million in profit using the super simple 1-minute business model. Number 4, we validated the idea with the 48-hour money challenge, finding actual paying customers or learning why they would not pay, and using that feedback. These were the 4 essential steps I promised at the beginning of the video, but simply knowing the steps is not enough. To truly succeed, you need to apply some powerful mindsets and strategies. So, I also have 10 bonus tips that will help you to implement those steps effectively and overcome common challenges. Bonus tips for success. 10 tips. Tip number 1, set a freedom number. A freedom number is a simple, personal, monthly revenue goal. This is the amount of money you would need to earn each month from your business for your personal dream to come true. This is not about becoming a billionaire, but about achieving a certain level of financial comfort and independence. For some people, that number might be $100. Maybe they just want enough extra cash to eat a nice meal out once a week, or to cover a small bill. For others, it might be $3,000, which could cover all their monthly living expenses like rent, food, and bills. Why is this important? By having a clear freedom number, you have one specific, tangible goal to chase after for your new business. It makes your goal real and personal. It is not just about making money, but about making enough money to achieve your definition of freedom. This clarity helps you stay focused and motivated, especially when things get tough. It provides a specific target for your 1-minute business model calculation. Instead of $1 million profit, you might also calculate how many sales for $3,000 a month. Tip number 2, now, not how. Most people just dream about starting a business. They read books, they take classes, they watch endless videos, they think they need a fancy degree or an MBA before they can even begin. They get stuck in the how. How will I do this? How will I get customers? How will I build a website? They spend all their time planning and 0 time doing. Do not do that. Use the motto, now, not how. Act first, then figure out the rest later. The world is full of people who had great ideas, but never started because they were waiting for all the answers. The truth is, you will never have all the answers up front. The answers come from doing. Do not be afraid to act. Be afraid that you never really lived your life because you were too afraid to start something new. The 48-hour challenge is built on this principle. Just start and learn as you go. Tip number 3, set rejection goals. This is a powerful mindset shift. Most people do not ask for what they want. They wish for it. They make suggestions or drop hints of hope, but they rarely ask directly. But if you are going to start a business, you will only be successful if you directly ask for what you want, which is usually money or a sale. Getting rejected can feel terrible. It is a natural human reaction to avoid it. But to get over any fears of rejection and truly get what you want, you should set a rejection goal. Have a clear number in mind and turn it into a game. For example, for this project, I have a goal of getting rejected by at least 25 different people. This means you are actively seeking no's. You are trying to get rejected. If you can do this, you will quickly learn that you can embrace failure and rejection. It is a normal, everyday part of business, and it does not mean you are a failure. It just means you are getting closer to a yes. The average person faces 1 rejection and gives up. You could be 100 no's away from $1 million. Each no is just valuable feedback, pointing you towards your next potential customer or a better version of your idea. Tip number 4, find what works and double down. Do not make this hard. Business can seem complicated, but this principle simplifies it greatly. If something is working, meaning it is getting you customers, making you money, or creating positive feedback, do more of it. Do twice as much. Do 10 times as much. Pour your energy into what is already showing results. If something is not working, meaning it is wasting your time, costing you money, or getting no results, stop doing it. Immediately. Cut it off. Do not try to force something that is clearly not gaining traction. An excellent example of a successful double down is Instagram. Originally, it was a super complicated app called Burbean that had many different features: photo sharing, check-ins, planning, point systems, and more. It was bloated and confusing. The founders looked at their data and realized that people really only loved one feature: sharing their pictures with friends and family and adding filters. Instead of staying bloated and complicated, the founders made a courageous decision. They doubled down on what people loved. They stripped away almost everything else and focused entirely on photo sharing. That decision turned a struggling app into Instagram, which was bought out by Facebook in 2012 for $1 billion. Focus on your proven winners. Tip number 5. Set one hyper-focused, exact goal. When a famous tech leader worked at Facebook early on, the company was struggling to make money. He pulled him into a conference room. They needed to make money, or else he was worried the company would fail. He wrote just one word and one number on the whiteboard: growth, 1 billion. His goal was for Facebook to have over 1 billion users. Nothing else mattered to him at that moment. You need to pick one number, one single goal, and work relentlessly towards that. It could be working with 100 clients, making $1 million in revenue, selling 10,000 units of your product. It has to be specific and tied to one single number. Then, and this is crucial, add a time frame to achieve this goal. Without a time frame, there is no urgency. This is why the idea of $1 million weekend is tested in 48 hours and not in 48 months. A specific time-bound goal creates powerful focus. Tip number 6, make your first 100 customers happier. This might seem counterintuitive when you are trying to grow fast, but it is incredibly powerful. Think, how could you double your business without getting any new customers? The answer is by making your existing customers so happy that they become your best salespeople. It is much easier to grow a business by keeping existing customers happy and encouraging them to buy again or refer others than it is to constantly find brand new customers from scratch. When you are just starting out, one happy customer can literally double your business by telling their friends, family, and colleagues about you. Think of specific ways to make your customers happier than they expect. Send a handwritten thank you note. Give them a small, unexpected bonus. Follow up to make sure they loved your product or service. Solve their problems quickly and with a smile. Go above and beyond. When you make your customers incredibly happy, they will not only buy from you again, but they will eagerly tell others about their amazing experience and how you helped them. This generates free marketing and builds a loyal base. Tip number 7. Almost every successful business has to pivot or change along the way. This is a fact of business life. You might have picked the wrong market to start with, or your business model might have to shift. The original Nintendo did not start out making video game consoles. They made playing cards. Just like our dog walking to dog sitting example earlier, you may need to pivot your idea based on what you learn from customers. Do not be afraid to change your product line, to add on a new service, or to adjust your pricing. The market will tell you what it wants. Listen to it. Be flexible and willing to adapt. A pivot is not a failure. It is a smart adjustment based on new information. It shows you are listening to your customers and the market. The ability to pivot is often the difference between a business that fails and one that finds its path to success. Tip number 8. Test, learn, iterate constantly. Business is not a one-time launch. It is an ongoing experiment. The 48-hour approach is all about getting something out there quickly. Once you launch, you immediately start to gather feedback. This is the test part. Did people buy? Did they like it? What did they say? Then you learn from that feedback. What worked? What did not work? Why? This learning then feeds into your next step. Iterate. Iterate means to make small, continuous improvements. Change your product, adjust your price, improve your marketing, refine your service. Then you test again. This continuous cycle of testing, learning, and iterating is how you refine your business, make it better, and ensure it continues to meet the needs of your customers. Do not aim for perfection at the start. Aim for progress and continuous improvement. Tip number 9, leverage no-code and AI tools. In today's world, you do not need to be a computer programmer or a design expert to build and launch quickly. There are amazing no-code tools that let you create websites, online stores, landing pages, and even simple apps without writing a single line of code. Think of platforms like simple website builders or online survey tools. Also, new artificial intelligence, AI tools, are becoming incredibly powerful. You can use AI to help you write descriptions for your products, generate ideas for social media posts, create simple graphics, or even draft emails to potential customers. These tools are often free or very inexpensive, and they dramatically speed up the process of getting your idea out there. They remove the how barrier and let you focus on the now. Do not let technical skills hold you back. There are tools available to bridge that gap. Tip number 10, focus on solving a core problem. Amidst all the excitement of starting a business, it is easy to get caught up in flashy features, beautiful designs, or cool new technologies. But always, always bring it back to this fundamental question. What specific, painful problem are you truly making easier or solving for your customers? Successful businesses are problem solvers. They identify a real need or frustration that people have and then provide a clear, effective solution. If your product or service does not solve a real problem, or if the problem it solves is not important enough to your customers, then it will struggle to gain traction. Keep your focus on the customer's need. Continually ask yourself, am I truly making my customer's life better, easier, or more enjoyable in a meaningful way? This focus will guide all your decisions, from developing your product to marketing it, and it will be the foundation of your long-term success. And there you have it, the complete guide to starting your first business in just 48 hours, embracing $1 million mindset. We have covered the entire journey. First, we showed you how to find truly promising business ideas by looking at your own life, studying bestsellers, exploring marketplaces, analyzing competitors, and spotting big trends. Second, we taught you how to quickly check if your idea has that important $1 million potential, making sure there is a big enough market for what you want to offer. Third, you learned the super simple 1-minute business model, allowing you to calculate exactly how many sales you need to hit your big profit goals. And fourth, the most crucial step, we revealed how to validate your idea in 48 hours by getting real money from your first customers, and how to learn from every yes and every no. Finally, we gave you 10 powerful bonus tips, from setting a freedom number to embracing rejections and leveraging new tools, all designed to help you launch and grow your business effectively. This framework is not just theory, it is a practical roadmap. It empowers you to stop dreaming and start doing. It is about taking action, learning quickly, and adapting along the way. The fastest way to succeed is to get started, test your ideas, and learn what the market truly wants. What business idea will you test this weekend? Take that first step and unlock your entrepreneurial journey.